When you say faith is rational and evidence-based, I mean, if that were true, it wouldn't need to be faith, would it? I mean, if there were evidence for it, we only need to use the word faith when there isn't any evidence.
Faith is believing in God despite evidence. Oh. In this video, I will solve two problems.
Come on. Do math.
First, I will explain how that definition of faith is 100%
False.
according to the Bible's definition of faith. Second, I will provide a brief overview of the evidence for God. So walking away from this video, you will be equipped with the definition of faith plus the evidence that supports your faith. Nothing but absolute love and respect for Richard Dawkins and all the atheists out there. Some atheists argue that there is a difference between faith and religious faith. Regular or rational faith is believing like your gym buddy will show up to work out with you tomorrow morning because he has faithfully showed up to every morning previously. Religious faith is synonymous with irrational faith. Belief in something like God completely without evidence.
I have brain damage.
The evidence used by atheists to levy this accusation against the Christians comes from Hebrews chapter 11. Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Christianity destroyed. Faith is insanity. The proof is in the pudding. Slow down there, slurpy turkey. The author of Hebrews says that faith is the conviction about things not seen. Well, duh. Faith isn't material. It's a hope about something in the future.
I presume you've got faith in your wife. Is there any evidence for that? On
Yes,
which
plenty.
you base it? Yes.
Plenty of evidence.
To understand this passage, you don't need to have read the whole Bible. You just need to read the whole chapter. Hebrews proceeds to give us 16 Old Testament examples of faith. Abel, Enoch, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, and Moses. All these died in faith, not having received the things promised, but having seen them from afar. But as it is, they desire a better country, that is a heavenly one, for he has prepared for them a city. We can have rational faith in God because we've seen the things he's promised from afar, and we have evidence that he exists and is trustworthy. But is there actually evidence for God? There are three primary categories for evidence of God that I like to use: historical, philosophical, and moral. 500 people witnessed the resurrection of Jesus. Oh. Well, the Bible is crazy though. It was written by other ancient historical records like the writings of Josephus support the validity of the Gospels. Oh yeah, and we dig up stuff every other weekend that supports the accuracy of the Old Testament. Oh yeah, and the Moabite stone is a non-biblical source that supports the existence of King David and the Kingdom of Israel. This is historical evidence. There's also philosophical arguments, like which is more logical, that everything was created by something or that everything was created by nothing? Or the intelligent design argument, the argument from mathematics. Is God infinite? Yes. But how can you know that, since infinity is immeasurable? Well, how high do numbers go? This is philosophical evidence. Now, how do we know right from wrong? If there is no God, does morality even matter? The moral argument is my favorite because we discover that God cares about what we do, but he doesn't force us to do things. Which means not only he exists, but he loves us. God is like our gym buddy. We have faith that God will show up to work out with us. The difference between God and our gym buddy is that our gym buddy sucks. Sometimes he forgets to set his alarm. He makes minor injuries into excuses.
Ow!
God, however, never skips leg day. Faith in God is actually vastly more rational than faith in anything else because God has never broken a promise. In fact, in my Father's house, there are many rooms, and he has prepared one for you